Hello, my name is Jerome Underwood. I'm President and CEO of Action for a Better Community. I'm here with our board chair, Brad Rye.
And we're here to talk about the two pandemics that are plaguing our country and our community.
The pandemic of COVID-19 has had significant impact on this country and indeed the world. Here in Monroe and Ontario counties, the impact has been similar as in other places where people of color in particular have had disparate impact. At ABC, we have been able to keep our doors open, though functioning remotely throughout the pandemic. But now it's time to bring our staff back. So to you, our staff, our return to work action plan is going to be rolled out within the next couple of weeks. You're going to get instructions as to how we do that in a phased approach with maintaining your safety and the safety of our customers as our paramount responsibility. We can't say that enough, that even though the pandemic is waning, we believe that we still want to stay 6 feet away from each other, wear masks, keep hand washing and hand sanitizing as a priority. This will be an integral part of when you come back to work. We'll have temperature checks and all other measures of safety, including plexiglass. So again, you'll hear more about this in the near future.
And as we prepare to bring ABC staff back into our facilities, I want to take this opportunity on behalf of my colleagues on the board of directors to thank the staff for all of the work that they've done over these past few weeks, working from home primarily and continuing to deliver our services to our community. So on behalf of the board, to everyone at ABC, a heartfelt and sincere thank you. I also want to reiterate what Jerome mentioned and encourage everyone to stay diligent, to remain vigilant about wearing your masks, about washing your hands, about staying 6 feet apart, not coming into work if you're not feeling well. Stay safe and stay well, and we'll get through this pandemic.
The second pandemic is one that we all have been fighting for centuries. The pandemic of systemic and structural racism. We take this really, really, really serious at ABC. In particular, it is good to remember that ABC was born out of the Civil Rights Movement in 1964. It was the Rochester riots that gave birth to ABC and our commitment to counteract poverty. That said, we know that, and we're very sober about the fact that you cannot, certainly not in Monroe and Ontario counties, fight poverty without fighting racism in all of its forms. So we're going to be doubling down on our efforts to do that, starting with internal work that we're going to continue to commit to do. We don't want to be that mechanic with the broke car. We're not immune from the systemic nature of racism. We feel pretty good about where we are, but we're going to keep working to make sure that we don't have unintended consequences inside of ABC. So we're going to keep working at that with our staff, with you, our customers, and certainly with our governing board. Secondly, we implore other organizations, our not-for-profit friends, to do as we did in endorsing the Black agendas. Racism is a public health crisis. We have endorsed it. We are serious about being diligent and vigilant of working hard to counteract the impact of racism. Our job at ABC is to move people to economic and social-emotional prosperity. We are still committed to that. We are recommitting to that. But knowing that as we travel that path, we have no tolerance for racism in any form. And we're saying to you, our staff, and our customers, and the general public, that we acknowledge the fact that racism is indeed a public health crisis, and ABC is going to work hand in hand with others to make sure that we reverse the trends of those disparities.
As Jerome mentioned, Action for a Better Community was one of the first agencies in the community to endorse the declaration of racism as a public health crisis. We were proud to have done that, but we know that it's only the first step. As Jerome likes to put it, endorsing the declaration is the transaction. It's what comes after that that's really important. So I encourage everyone, businesses, organizations, individuals, to look at the declaration, to review it, to internalize it, and to hopefully endorse it. And then look at the policies, look at the practices, look at the advocacy efforts within your organization or that you can be a part of personally to affect meaningful change in our community. Remember, if it isn't anti-racist, it's racist.
So we're dealing with these two pandemics, both difficult in their own right. However, we're confident that we can effectively deal with both of them, both COVID-19 and the resilient and stubborn impacts of systemic and structural racism. We believe that because we believe in this community. We believe in our board, we believe in our staff, we believe in our customers, and certainly we believe in the strength of this community to work effectively together.
We know that things are hard right now, and they're going to get harder before they get better. But they are going to get better, and it's going to take all of us working harder, working together, working and being stronger together.